Now, I'm going to tell you something, Dean. I know you mentioned twice that you were just in bed 10 minutes ago. I don't care. I don't care. I don't.
I just thought I'd let you know that I got dressed and like I'm preparing for a podcast. Like I could have done this from my bed, but I have a backdrop. I have a light. Like I'm showing you that I'm dedicated to the podcast. Great.
As you should be. It's not only should you be dedicated to the podcast, you should spring out of bed knowing that you're going to be recording the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. It shouldn't be like, oh, I just got out of bed 10 minutes ago, guys. And guys should be like everybody should be like, oh, okay. Well, we'll go slow because Dean just got out of bed 10 minutes ago. No one can, what would Kobe say? Honestly,
don't bring Kobe into this.
What?
Man.
No, but what would Kobe say? What would Kobe say if? I mean, what would Kobe say?
He would say
he would be
started getting ready at 4 a.m.
right
for Michael's podcast.
Right. So,
but I have to tell you, like, this is my 500th appearance on this podcast. Like, I'm not on the Barack Obama's podcast where I had to like really get myself pampered. Like, my man. Just be humble and happy that you're on the I Am Rapaport. I am.
I don't care that you just got out of bed 10 minutes ago is the point. I don't care. So, you got your hat on. I see you got your hat on. Right? You're on your Succession. I see. Are you ready? The question is, are you ready to go? Not even ready to go. I don't have to ask you if you're ready to go. Boom. Boom. Yes. Brand new banging I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast is here. Higgity, have no fear. The I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast is in Sukasa. The name is Michael Rapaport, a.k.a. the Gringo Mandingo, a.k.a. the Sultan of Sniff, a.k.a. the Dapper Dingo, a.k.a. the Inflamed Ashkenazi, a.k.a. the King of Kashmir, a.k.a. the Jewish James Dean. And you are now rocking with the very, very best, the I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast, coming live and direct, the world's most disruptive podcast. Welcome to the zone of disruption, the Iron Diggity Dome of Disruption. I have him here with me, the young shooter, Dean Collins, fresh out of bed 12 minutes ago. Fresh out of bed. He just got out of bed 12 minutes ago to record this. Coming to the end of the year, I Am Rapaport Stereo podcast. I always like my guest co-hosts to just roll out of bed so I know that they're up and at 'em. We covered that the first 17 minutes of the show, and maybe we'll just, I don't know, you got more to talk about being out of bed? Dave's sipping coffee. The Dust Brothers have been up doing God knows what.
Dude, I didn't know we were recording when I said I just got out of bed, and you don't have to bring that up, but like I'm dressed, I'm presentable.
Do you have pants on? Do you have pants on?
Yes, of course I have pants on. They're sweatpants, but I have something on, absolutely.
Okay.
I wouldn't disrespect you like that.
Because Dave's already confused and he doesn't want to know what. Listen.
But I see that you have a lot of new clothing.
You see what's popping. You see me. Yes, champ. Yes, champ. To quote the great Shannon the Cannon Briggs, you see the cashmere, the king of cashmere, just something light. You see the cashmere scarf, something light. Boom. Dave, pull up that picture of me on the street today, looking like the Jewish James Dean. That's what they're calling me when I'm out on those streets. Yo, New York is so crazy because full transparency, I got into a little spat again with my wife because my wife does many, many, many things that are fantastic, let alone deal with me. And I said, babe, while we were on the train, I said, yo, snap a pic of me. She snapped this less than average photograph of me. And she's like, that, and we're getting into a little spat. I'm like, yo, why don't you just listen to the subject? She said, listen to the photographer. I said, but the subject's not happy with the photograph. And then we got into a whole thing about she's never going to take photos of me again. And I said, fine. So she went into a store and I ran into this guy at Chino Visions on Instagram. Nice guy, shoots all the stuff from New York. He said, yo, can I take a photo of you? I said, yes. I said, I wish my wife was here. You could take photos of both of us. Anyway, he took a beautiful photo of me. You see it up there. Pull that up there, Dave. Look at me. That's row down. I'm rowed down, cashmere to the below the knees on the streets. That's Shannon the Cannon. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. And I FaceTimed you earlier when I was rocking that outfit in the street. I said, you see it. And then you said what? You said what?
Well, listen, because I haven't told you this like off camera and all that stuff, but like it's time for me to really be transparent with you. I'm all about the way that, you're upgrading your style. I think it's great. I don't want to rain on your parade. I think it's great. I think the jacket was great. I think the cashmere is great, but this is
not to mention being in GQ.
Let me finish.
Okay, but not to mention being in GQ and being quoted as the king of cashmere. Not to mention that.
This is what I'm talking about. Okay, we're on month 3 now. I think I was in New York and we were doing the podcast and we were talking about how you were in GQ. You're the king of cashmere. My point is, every time that you FaceTime me and you're wearing a jacket or you're wearing a scarf, you don't need to say, you see it, you see me, look at the cashmere, look at the jacket. Wait for people to say, oh, dude, that's a dope jacket, because then it just ruins the whole thing. Like, you're talking about humbling yourself, right?
Nah, not with that cashmere. Not with that cashmere. Nothing humble about that. I want to tell you something. I had the 4th person today on God, Bible, as they say, on God. 4th person, a doorman, said, nice jacket. So I'm just saying, doubting it. And I'm keeping tabs.
But this is what I'm talking about.
I'm sorry. What do you mean? I'm not doubting it. I'm not doubting it. Are some people doubting it?
Oh, absolutely. I think a lot of people are doubting it. I mean, look, just because you posted a photo of you in a jacket doesn't mean the whole world has stopped and is looking at you. And you know what? All these pictures of you,
it's not all
great.
It's just a few.
There's so many of them. There's so many of them, and you post them, and you're zooming in on your shoes, and it's like, let a paparazzi take the photo.
They don't sometimes
doing this, and you're doing. Hold on, and you're doing this face too. I don't know what it is, but you got this like influencer face. Every time you take these fucking pictures,
you see
you're
it.
like pouting your lips.
You see it.
What I'm talking about. I see it, but it's like I don't want to see it. You know what I mean? I'm sick of seeing it. I think it's great, but it's like we're month 3 now into this shit, and I don't need to just. You're shoving it down my throat here.
I will be honest.
Bruno.
Full transparency. Since we're going full transparency, paparazzi caught me in this outfit today, so we might see that outfit from paparazzi on the streets, because paparazzi's out in Soho all the time, and they caught me today. I said, "Yo, you get a good one?" He said, "How could I not?"
I hope that he got one of your wife taking it of you. That would be sick.
He said, how could I not? So I'm saying to you, man, you see it here. You're pissing on my parade.
Swole, bro. I just don't want you to turn into like one of these, Kim Kardashian type of people where it's like you're just constantly taking selfies in the mirror. Like, I get it.
I hate myself too much. But when I'm out there, look, I told my wife, she said the same thing pretty much. I said, babe, I could go back to just the North Face jacket that I got in 2009, the black New Balances, and the dad jeans in a boom. I could do that. She said, well, you're only hurting yourself. I said, okay. So when I'm out feeling good, and this is good for somebody at my age to be like, yo, motherfuckers are complimenting me when I walked. Dudes,